Okay. Back.
Back. So sorry,
Okay.
I'm working on wireless, so this will be.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Okay. Let's see. Are there? Let's wrap up in terms of anything else you'd like to share or make announcements for.
Announcements. No, I'm just looking, let's say, to. I'm looking actually every week, to Tony's podcast, and then I'm looking to apply some of the remedies or the techniques that he's proposing and things that are working for others. So I try to let's say, to implement them, and then what is challenging is to go through all the studies and material that he's presenting, about nano poisoning problems and all this stuff, because I want to understand it, to know it, so I can defend or I can talk when I'm speaking with other people that they have no clue, unfortunately, and are completely blinded due to the propaganda that we have received from everywhere. Just to have some facts to talk to them, and not just somebody said or it's like that, but to have the facts. And personally, I need to read something to understand it, to study it, and then I can explain to others.
Okay, that's true. And I'm actually going to pull up this link here. Well, not really ours, but this actually goes to Augment and Force. And so about Tony's website.
Yeah.
It's quite a database, and I think I've uploaded all of the audio podcasts that are found on his website. So it's now just a matter of getting his new podcasts up, and that's where you come in. Yeah, it's really, I spend so much time on it. And you do a great job in terms of getting back in touch with those people who make comments on your channel through the podcast that you've uploaded for Tony. So that's like a lot of work. That's a full-time job once you get like over 1,000 people.
It is time consuming. It is time consuming, but I try not to catch up as much as I can. There will be days that I may have to travel and I cannot. But when I can, yes, I think it's nice to, when somebody's asking something or making comments, to comment or to reply when there is opportunity.
Right. That's true. It's, this whole thing about nanopoisoning, EMF protection, especially in Switzerland, it's going to be something that's critical. And
yes, it is.
You're like right at the gate of creating an enterprise that can actually benefit people. So that's humongous. Any way that I can support you in doing that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Yes, it's teamwork, and as well many times Tony says and others, we cannot do this one alone. We have to share the information, to network, to connect, share ideas and exchange ideas, because it's it's like Tony says, it's a war. I was out earlier when I was and I look up again the sky, and you see, actually I took a picture. It was a very nice sunset, of course, at the west, where there was the sun full of chemtrails, and even above our sky, our heads, they have created chemtrails like X. So, and I said to my son, look, we have a target just above us, just an X. The other times they had an alpha. I said they start now writing on the skies, and I put on the Facebook, and I said that these are not, airplanes, air flight plans. This is not random. It's not. This is something else. It's not commercial flights. Nothing. For some people, to start thinking and start looking the skies is not only the the mobile phone. You see the people like zombies walking down with a mobile all the time inside with a mobile. And then you look up on the sky and you say, what the crap is this up there?
Yeah, it is, from what I've heard is a lot of places, but Switzerland, maybe in the past week or so, the chemtrailing has been very heavy. And I'm sure you're aware that the United Nations is in session until March 7th. And that's when, I guess, the weather gets colder or there's more chemtrails being dropped. This actually, we're still a few days away before the United Nations finishes their session. Can you say anything about that?
What I know is that, yes, there is. I have not relayed too much correlate, when they are spraying and the sessions of the UN, although that you have followed it more closely as well from what I have noticed in the past. But what I know is that, yes, indeed, the previous week, because we had clear skies, sunshine, it was heavily sprayed. And I noticed as well, they don't start in the morning, but sometimes from the noon onwards, then they start spraying. And it's very interesting because what I noticed, okay, at the noon, they will spray, let's say, in one spot. As the time passing is going to the sun's going to the west, then they follow the sun. Yeah. So as going the afternoon, the sprays, they're going further on the west from this point that I am. And then further away, I don't know how many kilometers, then they have as well new sprays, new flights over there for the people that are in that area. But they try to, the regions of interest, they try, let's say, start the flights now, and then as the time is passing, they follow towards the west to cover completely to block completely the sun.
Okay.
And I know the other day, it's some weeks ago, that it was cloudy and raining, and then at a certain moment there was a hole on the clouds, and above I could see the blue sky, and suddenly I saw heavily chemtrails as well above the clouds. So even when it's raining, probably they are doing crazy things on the top. I could see only from a small hole from the sky, from the clouds, but it's not only when it's sunny, looks like.
Yes. From what I have gathered is that it takes about 20 hours for what's dropped to fall and reach the ground where people are. And so they're inhaling this stuff. So if they're doing it in the afternoon, and then it's supposed to be by morning time when the diplomats are coming through, then they're being affected. I can see that's a problem. And then on top of this whole situation, it's getting back to those the EMF protection. Trying to avoid being outdoors would be ideal, if possible.
And it's because, of course, it's not always possible like that because, of the life that we have to do, and we need to do things outside. It is important to follow the detoxification remedies and build the nano devices to remove the nano from our body, to shut it down and then remove it, which is something that I'm planning to do. I mean, now I'm gathering the materials, and I'm thinking to start this project as well.
Okay.
But since we cannot avoid it, if somebody can stay inside, yes, it's fine, or it's better, but still we're gonna get it from the food.
Right.
I'm using distilled water, so it's okay. At least I try to save from my water intake the nano. But since we cannot avoid it completely, I think detoxifications and removal extraction techniques is the best that we can do at the moment, until we'll find another better solution potentially.
No, that's the best we can do. And again, I thank you. As we wrap this up, Do you have any parting words before I get on with Tony? You'll have to schedule in a time with him as well, okay?
Yes, yes. No, at the moment, I think just we should not be scared. We should be aware and just fight back. Fight back. If we be scared, then we're just gonna be weak and we're gonna lose. They're gonna do whatever they want. At least be awake and awaken. It's a first step, and then try the best that we can to strengthen our health, mental health, and physical health.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. And
my pleasure.
Oh, I have one contact here. This is Music Alchemy. She'd like to say hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, this is Music Alchemy, and I'm staying with her, and yeah, she's been doing a lot of the remedies in terms of detoxing, deprogramming, and sort of
so you can share experiences.
Yeah.
Maybe I can interview with her and share it on the web, so that to get encouraged, all of us. Be encouraged.
Well, thank you again.
It's nice to meet you. No, I'll see you guys in a few. Yeah, in a few.
Tony will be coming in.
Okay.
Okay.
It's nice meeting you.
I saw your last two videos with her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you saw those the music videos. Yeah, she's great. Oh, yeah. We're like Mutt and Jeff. I love it. It's so fun. All we do is laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a.
And it's like controlling ourselves on camera, but then after you turn it off, it's like mayhem. It's awesome.
you should leave it on camera. I mean, you know.
We're getting a
laughing,
little more camera comfy.
We need it out.
We're both shy. We're like, oh, yeah, right.
Okay, Marty, we got to cut it here, okay?
Just ignore it. Ignore it.
Otherwise, she just goes on. So.
Right. Mercury.
Well. I wanted to say again, thank you, and I will be uploading this to the channel, but please, and I'm just going to pause.